Yeah. Welcome to D Free Sports, where the NFL and not the NBA take the stage and hold center court. This be your channel for live, insightful commentary, your one fat source for combat sports. I hope you keeping up, cause I don't wanna lose y'all. Free got the illest insight on boxing and foosball. Hosted by D Free, this channel dives deep into the X's and O's, so what be stepping on toes. Of course your man Judah always flexing his flows. I hope you checking your tone, give mad respect for the show. This ain't a channel for hate, you dudes ain't smooth enough, and if you cowards wanna debate, my man will chew you up. A lot of streamers be frontin', son, get your money up. He broadcasting live from the District of Columbia. Subscribe now and stay locked all season long, and bob your head to the music of my theme song. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, you know the deal. It's Judah Ben. Shout out to D Free. Broadcasting live from Washington, D.C. Word 'em up. Yo, tune in. He going live. NFL Sunday. Word 'em up. Yeah.
Yo, what's good? What's good? Everybody, man. Salute to everybody that came in, man. We ready for the Super Bowl tomorrow. There's your host right there, D Free Sports Talk in the building. I got my man Worm down below. A couple other people gonna come up, make our predictions. We're gonna talk about it, and we're gonna recap the NFL season as best as we can as well. It's been an interesting season. I think that's the best word for it, where you got a 60-1 odds team in the Super Bowl and an 80-1 odds team facing off. Nobody would have saw this, not including a Seahawks fan like myself. So first things first, let's kick it over to my man D Free. What's good with you, D Free? Are you ready for the big game tomorrow?
Yeah, man. I mean, what's good? I mean, like you said, I mean, you got two teams that nobody expected to make it to the Super Bowl. A team with a second-year quarterback, and then you got another team with a first year being with the team. He had an excellent season last year with the Minnesota Vikings. Came over to Seattle and did pretty much the same thing that he did with Minnesota. So hats off to those two teams. I expect to see a good game. These are two top 10 defenses that's playing against each other. I expect to see a hard-fought game come tomorrow.
Yes, indeed. And my man Worm, who always has the odds, who always knows the trends. He has everything. He's going to give us whatever information he has. He's going to tell you which way to bet and which way not to bet and what prop bets. We probably get into some prop bets.
Yep.
Worm, what's going on with you, man? We haven't seen
everything good, man. I know. How you guys been, man? I miss you guys. But yeah, man, I'm excited for this game. It's more even than most people think it's going to be. Yeah, I'm excited. Two young quarterbacks. A young coach, experienced coaching staff in the Patriots. I think it's going to be a good one. It's a game of inches, and we're going to see it tomorrow for sure.
Okay, well, you're saying that sounds like, you're saying it's going to be a close game, and sounds like you already know who's covering in the game, because the Seahawks are a 4.5-point favorite as far as the last I checked. I don't know if you guys got anything different. We'll get into that in a minute, but if it's going to be close games are usually like field goals or less. So I guess we know where you're leaning with tomorrow's game. But hey, if the Seahawks win and they don't cover, I'm fine with that. I just want the dub. You know what I'm saying? So that's all I want.
Bro, that's all it's about.
That's all I want is for the Hawks to win. You know what I'm saying? But like D Free was saying, man, nobody expected these two teams, including myself, There's a short I put up. We did an interview with Steve Serby of the New York Post, and he covers mostly Jets and Giants here in New York. And there's a little quote he made. He said, "It won't be the Jets, it won't be the Giants," and then he said, "It won't be the Patriots." And I'm sorry, Tom, it won't be the Seahawks. And I just thought that was pretty funny. And then I responded and I said, "Yeah, you're right. It won't be the Seahawks," because I didn't think we would. I thought we would win 8 games tops, honestly. Right? Some people picked Seattle to finish last, and although I had the Patriots doing well, I didn't think the Patriots would make the playoffs, but I thought they were going to have a good season because they had one of the easiest schedules in football. So I really thought, and then when they lost to the Raiders the first game, I was like, oh wow, I guess the Patriots are not going to be that good because the first game of the year they lost to the Patriots. They lost to the Raiders, right? So. And then I think they lost to the Steelers. The second game they lost, and that was a game where they should have won. But
yeah, so it's always an easy narrative to say beginning of the season 2 young teams are not going to make it. It's just the way it is. Most of the times it's veteran teams, veteran coaches, and that's why the odds were so big. Before the year. Somebody put they put $200 to win 300,000 for this matchup to predict this matchup beginning of the year.
Crazy.
And that's why. It's very easy to say that, even a veteran writer like Serby,
Yeah, exactly. You can't. Nobody would have predicted it.
Yeah.
So I just, I was breaking his balls a little bit with the prediction, But listen, I don't think anybody got it right unless you're a Patriots fan or a Seahawks fan. And even me, a Seahawks fan, I didn't think this would happen. Think about
unless you're just picking randomly bets. Just you know what, boom, boom, boom.
Yeah. Or there's no 100 on my team. You know what I'm saying? And see what happens. But look, think about it. Think about this, right? And we'll talk about some of the awards too. But we get rid of Lockett, who I love Lockett. I love Lockett.
Yeah.
One of my favorite receivers in the Seahawks history. A great route runner. He had great hands. And then we trade Metcalf, who's been a bonehead. But Metcalf was great. He's a great talent, physical asset. He's fast. I used to criticize him a lot because he made dumb penalties. But you get rid of both those guys. And you sign Cooper Kupp, right, to help the offense and help JSN. And JSN has offensive player of the year.
Yeah, they saw it. They saw it last year. This is why they did it. They saw since JSN since college, that Rose Bowl game, he had the 4 or 5 touchdowns. For a guy to have 4 or 5 touchdowns with Ohio State in a Rose Bowl game, you have some talent. You have talent. Yes. So they saw that last year by putting him in the slot, and they're like, we got to get this guy at the slot. And then he equals to 2 of those guys that led them. Yeah. Even more. And they saw it. That's why those guys get to pay the big bucks.
Yeah. And, we know about Darnold, right? Darnold had a great year last year. The Vikings decided to go with the guy they drafted, McCarthy, right? Because he was supposed to start last year, but he got hurt. That's why Darnold ended up being the starter. Had a great year. Had a bad 2 games in a row, which was the last game and the playoff game. And Seattle signs him, and, they get rid of Geno. And I think they got rid of Geno more for cap space. I think that was the reason why they got rid of Geno, and everything kind of worked out. Like all the moves they made trades. They got Lawrence from the Cowboys. They traded Ernest from the Titans, the linebacker. Then they trade for Shaheed in the middle of the season, which was big for us. He won us some games with his special teams. Everything they did has been gold, and then they got one more game to go. D-Free, what are you looking forward to this game, and what is one of the more highlights or one of the most surprises in the regular season?
When it comes to this game, I want to see how the Patriots shut down or how they can contain the wide receiver Jackson. I want to see how they can contain him because he exploded on the scene this year. He had a good year last year, but I don't think anybody expected to see what he did this year. I think they thought he was going to build on what he did last year, but I don't think anybody expected him to have the year that he had this year. The more surprising from this season, I think it was the debacle of the Dallas Cowboys. They had 2 number 1 receivers, and they trade away their starting pass rusher to try to contain the run. And still, for the most part, they never really contained the run. And so you trade away your number 1 pass rush, which would made you sustainable to getting beat in the past, and you still never control the run. And you had 2 number 1 receivers, and for some reason y'all couldn't win double-digit wins. Y'all couldn't win above 500. So I think that was the most surprising that I've seen this year. I didn't think that Dallas would be as bad as they was when they picked up George Pickett. I thought that their defense would suffer a little bit because of Michael Parsons not being there, but not as much as they did at the end of the season.
Okay. And Worm, for you, what is one of the bigger surprises this year in the NFL season besides the Patriots in Seattle?
It's the Kansas City Chiefs. Just not even almost halfway through the season's over. Who would have expected that? I mean, the season was done. What, week 8? I mean, who would have thought that? Yeah. So that was like the biggest surprise, but they'll bounce back. I just think they need to restructure that offense for Mahomes. I mean, he's getting up there too. He's not, he was a leading rusher for quarterbacks at one point this year. That can't be happening anymore.
Yeah.
They need. I know I like Rice. He's a good player, but they need a legit guy. I mean, it's hard to find. Receivers are tough to find, and they need to figure it out maybe in the draft. But I think Eric Bieniemy coming back as the OC this year is going to help them big time. He was really, when the Jets were looking for a coach a couple years ago, I was adamant about getting him from KC. And I think by Andy bringing him back, I think that will help out the offense and schemes. And Kelsey leaving, they need to figure out a different scheme up for this team. So that was my surprise this year that the Chiefs were out early.
It's funny you say that. So it's 2 things on that before D3 is that we did some prop bets before the season. I don't know if you were in that.
No, I don't think so.
Yeah. And one of the ones that I hit, the other ones I kind of lost. I did bad in the prop bets, right? I did better in baseball, but football I did bad. But the one I really hit and I was high on was the under Chiefs 11.5 wins. I hit big on that. That was the only one that I hit, and I didn't think the Chiefs were going to be that good. And part of that is the decline, and probably done the decline of Kelsey. I mean, that's his go-to guy. He had a bad year this year. He dropped a lot of passes. I mean, he was irrelevant most of the year. You know what I'm saying?
Since olive oil been in that luxury box, it's been in decline steadily. So
hey, I mean, it wasn't only the decline in Kelsey, because I told people and people kept getting on me. I said Patrick Mahomes is starting to fall off. He's not the same Patrick Mahomes that we saw from a few years ago. That Patrick Mahomes, I think he would have found a way to be able to win a couple of more games, because I think they lost 2 or 3 games that came down to the last possession. And Patrick Mahomes that we've seen previously would have found a way to win those games. So I was like, hey, I'm telling y'all, Patrick Mahomes is falling off. He's getting up there in age. He's falling off. That athleticism is starting to slow down a little bit. People are starting to catch up to him a lot faster. They're expecting him to do certain things, and people are covering it a lot more. So I wasn't surprised by the Patriots. I mean, by Kansas City. I didn't think they was going to make the Super Bowl. I was surprised a little bit by Philadelphia not making it to the playoffs.
No, they didn't make the playoffs.
I mean, not the playoffs. Not the playoff. The Super Bowl. I thought with their team and the additions that they made on their team, I was like, okay, they might be able to make it to the Super Bowl again, especially if a couple of teams don't pan out the way I expect them to. I say Philadelphia could possibly make it to the Super Bowl again, but they might be in trouble come next year. It's going to be some changes in Philadelphia. They just lost their defensive line coach, so that's gonna pay a lot of dividends into how the defensive line are able to get to the quarterback, because he was a heck of a defensive line coach, and it wasn't like he was offered more money for another team. He just said it's time for him to walk away.
Yeah, and if the bounce off of D3, what he said about the KC not winning those close games, the year before they won 12 games and won score games. So this year was the total opposite. It flipped, and last year winning 12 games like that is scary, And then this year it went the opposite way, and you can have so much luck in this league, And he's right.
yeah, you guys hit the nail on the head. But that brings me to something that I want to say was the biggest factor this year as far as the NFL season is concerned. And I mentioned this a few weeks ago. Is that and the Eagles is part of this. The Eagles have talent. Like if on paper they have one of the best talents on a team in all of football. But I think what we learned this year, and I mentioned this again, coaching matters. And I think this year you saw a lot of good coaching, and teams got to where they got because of coaching, right? I mean, obviously you need talent, but coaching, coaching doesn't matter. I mean, listen, what this guy Vrabel did with the Patriots, McDonald with the Seahawks, that's automatic. Look at what Shanahan did with the bum 49ers after all those injuries. And I have to take a shot at the Niner fans because, I can't stand the Niners, one, and I got one in here trolling me right now, so I got to take a shot. But with that being said, Shanahan did a fantastic job with it. They weren't supposed to beat the Eagles.
$300 million on IR.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So credit to him. And I think, the Niners are going to be a team that might be reckoned with next year. If Shanahan stays, they make some adjustments, but coaching matters. I mean, the Bears, I didn't think anybody saw the Bears being a top two team in the NFC. I mean, he did a great job. Harbaugh with the Chargers, I think he did a fantastic job with the Chargers.
Losing his mind.
Texans. I mean, coaching, I think, mattered the most. The Bills are there every year, and they seem to always, choke and bite the bullet. And look, they got rid of their coach. So I think this year proved that coaching and some of the moves, GMs, I think they matter in football. So look what the Giants did in the offseason. They went and grabbed themselves a coach, in Harbaugh. You know what I'm saying? Let's see if he could do some magic with Dart and the rest of that team. But I don't know what you guys think. I mean, do you think I'm reaching? I mean,
I think coaching is culture, and I think Sirianni, who's based on culture, right? He's not really X's and O's. His culture in the locker room is stale now. So, Sirianni is like a Tomlin type, like we always bring up in this show. And his game of coaching is not working because he can't go to the X's and O's and make it better. He's losing the locker room. And when you lose that, even with the best players in the world, it's just not going to happen. And he's getting stale. Next year is, if he starts 0-4, he's out.
Yeah.
Or even 2-4. I see him out.
I think there's two sports it's two sports that benefit from coaching out of all sports, and that's baseball and football. Baseball and football, they benefit from coaching.
Yeah.
Basketball, you can have a couple of players that's very talented. They don't really need coaching. Boxing, you can have a boxer that's very good. He doesn't really need a lot of coaching. But when it comes to football and baseball, you need to have a good coach in order for those teams to strive. So, if you don't have a good coach in football, especially football, you don't have a good coach in football, a lot of times those teams are very bad. They can have all the talent in the world, but if they got bad coaching, they're going. I mean, look at perfect example, the Chicago Bears. They got the same exact team they had last year. They might be missing one or two players, but they got the same exact players they had last year. And look what they did with a new coach. A new coach
180.
turned that whole team around. They was one game away from making it to the Super Bowl.
180. They did a 180. And look at my team, the Jets. Coaching. There you go. It speaks for itself.
And then now, and we bring in my boy Sock. Sock, welcome to the panel. My boy Insane, salute to you. He's a Raider fan. Sock, you're a Raider fan. We're talking about coaching in NFL that improved to be kind of the big difference in the NFL this year because of the teams that did so well this year, surprisingly. What do you think about that? What do you think about your Raiders this year?
Well, first, good evening, gentlemen.
Good evening, Sock.
I mean, the NFL coaching matters, and the crazy thing is you have guys that are with big reputations that you see in games make horrible decisions. Sean Payton, for example, not going for that field goal against the Patriots. With that defense, how do you not kick that field goal there?
That was something else, man.
Like these guys, their ego, is just it needs a separate locker room. Sometimes some of these coaches.
Stidham as QB not going for that field goal is crazy.
So
look at the Lions coach. It cost them 2 years ago.
Yeah.
The egos is definitely part of it. I'm glad you said that. I mean, egos and I don't like this analytics. I really don't. I think part of coaching is your gut instinct, and it's the feel of the game. Stop with this analytics. All these coaches played football. They know what it is to be on the field. You know what I'm saying? They know what it is to compete. You have to go with your gut, and you have to go with the flow of the game. Analytics is it's a computer. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think I'm tired of the analytics. I like coaches that just go with their gut, go with the feel of the game, and then make a move and stick with it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and analytics doesn't necessarily do everything. Like with that kick, it was bad weather day. Analytics doesn't usually account for stuff like that.
Yeah.
It's just straight situations. It's not I mean, maybe now it's counting for like if it was a dome, but they didn't know that storm was coming either. I don't think the analytics at that moment knew how bad that storm was coming, and that's why he should have just went for the field goal with a backup quarterback.
Mm-hmm.
Come on, I mean, if it was Knicks, okay, he could scramble out of that play somehow. I was surprised at Sean Payton for that. I was so surprised.
Terrible.
Yeah, another bad loss at home in the playoffs. I mean, that Peyton has done that. What now? 3 times he's lost at home in the playoffs. That's big.
Yeah.
Keep the foot in football, man. Keep the foot in football.
Well, we have a friend.
I've never been a fan of leaving points on the board. If the points is there, go for it, because we know that this game comes down to inches. Those 3 points was the difference in them moving on in the playoffs and them going home. So
and going up 10-0, going up 10-0 with a backup.
Now I can understand in the regular season you try to do some tricks here and there or whatever.
Yeah.
But when it comes to the playoffs, you go for every point you can get. If you can't get into the end zone, kick a field goal.
Yeah.
You tried 3 times, you wasn't able to get there. You wasn't able to get there 3 times before then.
Look how Drake May got that first down to win the game. Just that one little inch to win the game. You know?
Yeah.
It's just you can't put yourself in that situation, especially a veteran coach like Payton. I'm like, come on, guy. That was, he hasn't slept since that day.
Yeah.
I mean, looking back, we probably got the better game, because you have a legitimate quarterback in the game in the Super Bowl, but there was no way Denver should have lost that game. No way.
Yeah.
Listen, and the Patriots, the game before that, right? Like was the Patriots played the Chargers the first one?
And then they played the Texans. And then the Texans.
Yeah, the Patriots haven't been that impressive, especially on offense. Defensively, we know that they're pretty impressive, but offensively, they haven't really done much in throughout the playoffs.
Well, they faced bad QBs, and Herbert. I mean, he was playing with a broken hand.
Mm-hmm.
He's always playing with something broken.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But they have been facing good defenses each week. So the Broncos defense pretty solid now. The Chargers defense was pretty solid this year, and then of course the Texans probably the best defense in the league this year. Overall, I think the Texans were number 1. And now they're going to play Seattle in the Super Bowl. So Seattle's defense has been top 3, top 5 pretty much all year, consistently too. So we'll see what happens. We're going to talk about the game as well. Let me ask you guys a question. Are you guys happy or upset with the awards given out this year?
No, I mean I wasn't. I mean Matt Stafford. I mean deservingly so. He's a veteran now and still doing his thing, and his IQ is. His body may not be the same, but his IQ is ascending to the highest point as a veteran. And I mean, he's a master of the game. He's with Puka and Devontae. I mean, he's a field general if you ever saw one, man. He's tough, smart. Yeah. He got, I'm proud of him for that, and then going through that situation early in his career, it's something, there's nothing wrong with that MVP.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, the MVP, it came down to 2 people. It was between Matt Stafford and Drake May, in my opinion. It was between those 2. And Matt Stafford, his stats was better than Drake May, so you had to give it to Matt Stafford. With the defensive player of the year, it was no question. That man had 23 sacks. It was no question about it. You knew that Myles Garrett had to get that. I wasn't keeping a close eye on the rookies, so I wasn't really upset with who got the rookie of the year or whatever, because I wasn't keeping a close eye on the rookies.
Same.
But the main two, the defensive player and the MVP, it was solidified. It was solidified between those two.
Okay.
So, yeah, no, it was. No, I don't think you can argue anything with the awards. Vrabel. I mean, Vrabel probably, you could say there were some coaches that did as good a job, but Vrabel took a team that with the young QB and he's in the big dance. No, everything was good. I saw the comeback player of the year was McCaffrey. But yeah, what can you really argue with? The Seahawk wide receiver was offensive player of the year.
Yeah. That was
I mean, either him or Nacua. I mean, I think Nacua is the best, probably the best player, non-QB player in the league. But you can't argue with anything. It was it was. I think people knew the awards before the second to last week of the season.
Yeah. I wouldn't mind if Shanahan won that. So Tommy chagrin, I wouldn't have mind if Shanahan won that coach of the year, because that was amazing. I agree. Having $300 million on the IR, especially a guy like Ayuk too, like that's just cancer. He did a lot, for the situation he was in this year. So I would have mind if Shanahan winning that.
Yeah, that I agree.
I agree with that.
They didn't have their number one receiver the whole year.
Yeah. And the best defensive player out the whole year.
Yeah.
Fred Warner went down. I think week 5 he went down. Week 5, he went down like week 5, and he was out for the rest of the year.
Bosa and KK Bosa, right? Bosa was
and then you had Kittle kept going in and out. Kittle was going in and out. Bosa was out. So they were beat up, and they still made it to the second round of the playoffs.
Pearsall was in and out all day. Pearson, he was like getting shot every other week again for some reason. I'm like, dude, you got shot 4 years ago, bro. Can you play?
Like 50 Cent,
God, 50 Cent. You put 50 Cent in there, you better off.
Yeah. Listen, I got no arguments.
Even the quarterback missed some. The quarterback missed some games.
Mac Jones did it. Yeah, Mac Jones did his thing too. That was
Mac Jones might get a job somewhere now.
I told you, where he's going.
Is he a free agent?
He's gonna be your quarterback?
Yeah, he's gonna be our quarterback, and he's gonna stink it up. I love it. Anyway,
is he a free agent?
Listen, I don't have anything bad to say about anything you guys said, but as far as Shanahan, fuck him. Right? Fuck the what's great? What's great about this Super Bowl is that this Super Bowl is played in Levi in Santa Clara, the home of the San Francisco 49ers. To see the banners and the logos all over the stadium is a beautiful sight. To see Seahawks logos all over where the 49ers play, that has to kill every Niner fan. You're talking about Niner fans that when Seattle played the Niners the last game of the year, they were talking about how they were going to get the number 1 seed, that they're never going to have to travel. They're going to be home all the way through the Super Bowl. I mean, this is what I heard. And the way we kicked them in the teeth, I mean, we just stomped them out. It was just a beautiful thing. Then to eliminate them in the playoffs, I mean, this has been a great run. And 49er fans cannot ever talk to me, ever. And that's what's great. So fuck Shanahan. I would like to see McDonald's win Coach of the Year, but I mean you can't argue with Vrabel, so I'm fine with that. I actually would have liked to see Garrett get some MVP votes, but I understand the Browns are the Browns. But without Garrett, they might not win a game. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So I mean,
and Tommy,
I think he's the best football player in football, in my opinion. I mean, he's a
specimen. Tommy, do you think the crowd, which nobody has been mentioned, what do you think the crowd is tomorrow?
Interesting. I don't know.
I think Seattle was going to try. I think it's going to be a Seattle-based crowd. It's in the north, and they travel good. The 12th man.
Yeah.
Patriots travel. They have great fans too, but that's a long trip. I think Seattle has a little advantage with that. I
think they should have an advantage. It's going to be good weather, right?
And
and
they travel good.
They travel well, unless Niner fans bought tickets early, thinking the Niners going to be there. That's the only thing, right? Unless and then they're going to root for the Patriots. That's the only thing I can think of. You feel me?
Yeah, but I'm surprised that hasn't been a thing because usually in Super Bowl week you hear like, oh, there's a bunch of Steeler fans here, or I haven't heard nothing really. You know, that may be baked into the spread too. Like, well, I'll get into it when we start talking about the game, but nobody has mentioned it. Like, nobody. Oh, I see a lot of. All they've been talking about is seeing old heads, Hall of Famers on the streets of San Francisco. That's all I see all the time. But there's nothing really about the travel. It's been really strange.
It's been kind of a dead lead up. Like this week, it's been kind of dead. I must admit. Usually, there's more hype involved when it comes to. I haven't really.
Maybe. Maybe the script wasn't right. The script didn't do the script.
It definitely wasn't right.
Yeah.
Nobody predicted this. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So, it's weird. That's the thing that I to this day, to this 2 weeks, I have not heard about who's coming into town, who's in town. It's weird.
I just know that me as a Seahawks fan, I'm getting a lot of haters. As you got my friend Frontline here saying, Pats for the upset. TD shutting his channel down for a while when Seattle loses. You see. They love it. This is why you're here, TD.
Hey, the only thing I will say is he probably right if they lose. He's probably right.
Yeah, he's a baby. He's a Seahawk baby. He's a baby.
Well, you could bet this. I won't be doing a Super Bowl recap if they lose. I promise you that.
Oh, come on, man.
Hey, Thomas, you never gonna live that down when you came on the channel and you had a paper bag over your head.
Yeah. I was so disgusted.
What year was that?
That was a few years ago, and I think we lost to the Rams a couple years ago, and I was mad, and I did a live with a paper bag over my head.
That's funny. That's like my Geno Smith costume, my Geno Smith Halloween costume.
All right, well, guys, let's get to it, man. Let's get to it. Let's go. Warren, I'm gonna let you lead here because you're the ones with the trends. You're the one with the prop bets. I mean, talk to us. Tell us what we're looking at. What we're looking to take. What we're gonna do. Any commercial bets we're gonna do too. I mean,
yeah, I'll do some props. I'll do the game first. We'll do some props. I have a lot of props, so if anybody does their props first, I'll come in later. But I have the Pats plus 4.5. I mean, just because if this game was in a neutral site in Brazil or London, this spread would be cut in half. I think the whole Drake May shoulder paranoia led to this spread. I think Seattle's. There's people picking Seattle minus 30. I see that this is going to be a blowout. And the thing too with the Patriots, which I love, right? I heard this from Edelman. They have coaching staffs that the people on the coaching staffs been to 9 Super Bowls, so they know how to prepare. They know how to buy tickets for the family. They know how long halftime is going to be to prepare for halftime. It's a 40-minute halftime instead of 15 minutes. They have that in the back. Even though they're both young teams, the advantage is the Patriots with the coaching staff. Josh McDaniels been there to 9 Super Bowls. He's going to scheme it up. 2 weeks to scheme up for Josh McDaniels. It's a big thing. He's going to do the screen, and then he'll do a reverse and open up the Seattle defense. Even though Drake May's inexperienced, this is his first Super Bowl, the coaching staff, like we talked before about coaching, the coaching staff their culture is still the Patriots. It's still disciples of Belichick. It's still disciples of Brady, even though he don't want to say who he's picking. They're still the remnants of the what do you call it? The franchise, the dynasty. So I like them, and there's one trend I got here that was good. This is a great one. Teams that have a bye, usually you think it's an advantage, right? Oh, a team that has a bye, which was our Seahawks. The Patriots, who didn't have a bye, played a wild card game. So in the Super Bowl against the spread, the team that had the bye is 2-14-1 against the spread. I'm not saying they're going to lose because the last 5 Super Bowls, the underdog has covered. Yeah. And that's another trend. So I just like the Patriots. I like their experience on the coaching staff. To prepare. Nobody talks about how these guys feel preparing for a Super Bowl, buying 100 tickets. Dealing with Cardi B and her 20 kids. 2 baby daddies. This guy's hitting her up. These things go into games, just like when you go to work mad. Sometimes you go to work stressed out and you're not productive because we're at home. But I think that having that experience as a coaching staff is a big factor for the Patriots.
That's very interesting. You say that nobody speaks about that, and those are great points.
Fascinating.
you got me sold, and you know I'm a Seahawks fan.
You win by 3. You're good.
That was a great point. I wasn't expecting you to come up with that. There's a question up here. I'm gonna put up, and then Sock, you can go next. But a real question. I guess this could be a prop bet. Will Bad Bunny do the halftime show in a dress?
No, that's bullshit. I mean, listen. They always give Puerto Ricans a hard slack wearing dresses or painting their nails. He's not gonna do that. To this day, he'll be a little professional. So it's all right.
No, he's not gonna do a dress. He's gonna do a blouse.
Oh boy.
Yo, Prince can wear a blouse. He can wear a blouse too.
Sock, well, I'll move over to you, man.
Wow,
what do you like in this game, and give me something like. I guess without making your pick yet. Tell me your both sides, I guess.
Well, Worm, that's a definitely a tough act to follow. I feel that.
You know I'm behind you, Dad.
I do know you're behind me. Security breach here in the studio.
Yeah.
What's up?
So, Dad, I get more popcorn.
Popcorn?
I get more popcorn in my own.
Okay. I hit you up later. Okay. Say hi.
What's
Hi.
up?
Popcorn. What's up? That's cute. My daughter just
I can't hear him.
All right. All right. I'll see you later.
Okay.
High five. Close the door. See.
He's ready to play middle linebacker or defensive end. Like how old is he?
Yeah. He just hit 5, and he's 80 pounds.
Damn.
Yeah.
Wow.
You gotta put him on that line, man.
Yeah.
Probably be defensive end.
Like,
Yeah, man.
The Raiders
built like a guard.
Outside linebacker.
The Raiders should take him.
He said he's built like a guard.
He can't be any worse than what we had on the O-line this year.
Definitely. He's a
Yeah.
coach too.
Wow.
Yeah. Anyways, when you're getting shitted on by a Jet fan, you know you had a bad year.
Well, you know my second team. You know my second team is the Raiders. You know my second team.
Charlie Garner, baby.
And my favorite player. Max Reno, one of my favorite players of all time.
Yo,
Can't find the damn jersey of his.
Really?
No.
Okay.
They made like 3 of them.
I mean, so that was a tough act to follow with Worm's analysis. I just think Seattle's been the more battle-tested team. I think beating their 2 rivals, I don't think this ever happened. They played their 2 rivals 6 times, which is pretty, pretty amazing. Not 6 times each, but 6 games against their rival, and I think those are very intense matchups, right? Which are basically mini playoff games.
Yep.
The Patriots have had the benefit of the doubt of an easy schedule, but this isn't college football. You don't make your own schedule, But in the playoffs, that kind of goes away. But the Patriots have probably played the worst QBs, going into a Super Bowl, other than Herbert, who I think is an elite quarterback. I just think he just a little bad luck, and he was banged up. But when you go in, you play Stidham, and then the Texans QB, Ohio State guy. What's his name? Stroud. Yeah, who's horrible. Who has regressed more than any quarterback in the league. They went in on easy street, and I think that stuff adds up. Granted, the coaching staff of the Patriots is very experienced, but they're not going to play. And McDonald and Kubiak. Now Kubiak, who's rumored to be the next coach for the Raiders,
that's done.
You wonder that how much of a distraction that is. I hope it's not, because that stuff is not cool for your present team. And I think Kubiak, being a coach's son, his dad playing NFL, I think he'll be able to compartmentalize.
Yeah.
Enough. Mm-hmm. And Drake May, being in the Super Bowl so early in his career, those guys don't necessarily win it unless you're looking at a dynasty moving forward. And I don't see this Patriot roster as a dynasty moving forward. I think it's a team that had a good year. They got players. Their wide receivers are better than what you think. I think Diggs still has, Diggs still wants to play. A motivated Diggs. I mean, he got to be motivated. How many kids he got now?
25.
That's a lot. Yeah, he's not as bad as Tyreek Hill. And then the other wide receiver makes really tough catches. What number 9? What's his name?
Booty.
Watch out for Booty getting in that ass, Tom. He makes some tough plays. He makes some tough catches. He's a tough wide receiver, But I just like Seattle's battle testedness. They're a little short-handed in the running game. I think that it hasn't crept up yet, But I just think Sam Darnold is the modern-day Jim Plunkett. His career is coming full circle, and he's going to leave Seattle.
Nice.
So,
great.
And
I love it.
And the 4 points, it seems like a lot, especially in this we're parity, right? Every game comes down to like one possession, but I like those 4 points. Yeah, I like those 4.5. I still like Seattle with that spread.
So you like them? You like Seattle and to cover?
Yes. Yeah. I mean, it's still a one. Relatively, it's still a one-score game.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
So
of course.
the Pats have the ball with a minute 12. They still got to come down and score 6 to win. So
yeah,
yeah. So
okay.
So yeah.
D Free, what do you like and why? I mean, and can you make a case for both teams?
I like both teams' defense.
Yeah.
I think Seattle has the edge on the offense. I think they have the edge a little bit with the passing game. I think the New England Patriots have the edge in the running game. But I like both team defenses. I think it's going to come down to which team can keep the defense guessing. Because if these defenses can pin their ears back and get to the quarterback, it's going to be a long day for whatever team it is. So it's going to come down to what team can keep the defense guessing. And I'm a favor Seattle because I don't particularly like a quarterback going into the biggest game of his career, and it's his second season as a quarterback, and he's injured. He got a banged up shoulder. I think one big hit from Seattle, he might be out of the game. So I'm gonna lead towards Seattle, and I don't think it's gonna come down to a possession. I think Seattle's gonna win this game by 14 points.
D, can I say one thing? Donald's also one hit away with the oblique. He hasn't been perfect either.
Yeah, that's a good point.
He's been injured the whole playoffs with that oblique. And that's another narrative nobody has spoke about. That the oblique got better. This is impossible for the oblique to have gotten better.
It's a nagging injury.
Yeah.
I'm interested in the matchup between Gonzalez and your wide receiver, Tom. Is he going to cover him the whole game?
They said they may switch off.
Yeah, that's a sexy matchup.
But the thing is, they would have to go man in line because he moves around. He doesn't just stay on one side. He moves all over. They put him in the slot. They use him. They sometimes
reverse
use him in the backfield, reverses. Kubiak has used them, in different spots, and they've been using kind of Kupp as a decoy, in most cases. And decoy and Kupp made 2 of the best plays in that Rams game, like that helped us win, right? Because Kupp, this year Kupp hasn't been, the usual Kupp, right? They've used a lot in blocking. He's been a great blocker. They always, him blocking for the run, but but in the playoffs, he's made some big catches, made some big plays.
But Kupp is that type of guy, big time guy.
Yeah. So I mean, and then we got AJ Barno, who's been great for us at tight end. I mean, he's been great running the ball too, because he's like our, the version of the Philly tush push. And he's been blocking, and he's been making some big catches for us. It's sad that we lost our receiver that we drafted, Horton. He was playing well for us.
Oh, yeah, he was doing great.
And then we lost Charbonnet as well, because we had the good 1-2 punch. But Walker's played phenomenal, right? So it's going to be interesting. It's a good matchup because the Patriots defense, no slouch on defense, right? They're really solid on defense. They can contain you. It's the offense. Can the Patriots, hold the ball long enough to, get the defense tired? You know what I'm saying? That the defense doesn't have to be on the field all the time. I think that's going to be the strategy of the Patriots. I think they're going to play time management. I mean,
Yeah.
if I was them, I think that's the goal. So the defense could get some rest. You know what I'm saying? And Kubiak, he likes to mix it up. I mean, he's done a phenomenal job, but even I get upset with him when he, then after big runs, he'll throw the ball like 4, 5, 6 times in a row. I'm like, what are you doing? Run the ball,
Mhm.
But that's Kubiak's style, and that's what they've been doing all year. It's been working. Not to my satisfaction. I've been very critical of it, but it's worked. You know what I'm saying? So
Mhm.
I don't think this game is close. I was going to come on here and be humble, right? Because I'm happy that we're here. But, I did say the win of the Rams and Seahawks would dominate the AFC team, and I still feel that way. I just think we're a better team defensively. Our defense makes plays. Not only we could put pressure on the quarterback with our front four, they know how to get turnovers. They know how to catch interceptions. They haven't dropped big interceptions. If there's a chance to get a turnover, Seattle does it. That's what the defense does. The rookie safety who had a great year, he's going to play. He was hurt. I can't pronounce his name, Wamanari or whatever. He's been phenomenal for us this year. Julian Love has been phenomenal. Kobe Bryant has been great, coming in and out. So, and then Witherspoon, he's had a great year. He may have not got the turnovers, but these guys know how to tackle. A lot of people don't know how well they tackle as
amazing tackling team.
A secondary that can tackle. Usually secondary, they don't tackle as much. Everybody in secondary can tackle.
That's amazing. Yeah.
I just think, listen, I mean, not because I'm a Seahawks fan, I just think we're the better team. And I think we win by 2 scores. I think this is a blowout.
Yeah, that's what
I truly believe that. Now, if we don't win, I got to eat my words. But if it wasn't the Seahawks and if it was the Rams, I'd be saying the same thing. I'd be rooting for the Patriots because I couldn't root for the Rams, right? But I would be saying the same exact thing. So
the only thing sorry.
No,
go
ahead.
Side.
No, I was just saying Seattle has 3 losses, right?
Yeah, sorry.
3 losses, yeah.
And it's like they all within 1 score.
All games were within 1 score. Yeah, the Niners, the first game of the year, the shootout against the Bucks, and then the game against the Rams, which the Rams that they lost, that was the worst game they played.
Special teams,
but the defense kept them in the game because that's when Darnold threw 4 picks and a fumble, and they still had a chance to win the game. So, yeah, 3 games and all by 1 score.
So the only thing I think is going to be close, though, that the the Seahawks and Pats are one of the slowest paced teams. It takes them 30 seconds each play. So I think their pace of play is gonna level out the game. They're both 3rd and 4th in the league in slowest pace.
Yeah,
at 29.8, and the other one's at 30 seconds. So I think sometimes the pace of play levels out. Even though they may be superior, they could probably blow them out by 30. I just think the pace stops it from being a blowout, and that's why I picked the under 2 as well.
And that's fine. I just we got to pick and believe what we believe in. Let me read this comment, and I'm gonna explain why I say what I say. Like and like I said, if it wasn't Seattle, I'd be saying the same thing with the Rams.
Fascinating.
This comment: Drake May can go off for 3 to 4 passing touchdowns. To say that this will be a blowout is kind of outrageous, but that's just me. And
I
you're
don't think that's why the reason
it
would be a blowout. Yeah.
Listen, you're entitled to that. But Drake May, in the last 3 games, all playoff games against good defenses, has not done that, bro. So that's why I'm saying what I'm saying. He's played 3. The Patriots have played 3 straight playoff games against top defenses, but fortunately for them, the quarterback has not played well. So they've won close games, and the Patriots defense has kind of carried them. Drake May, yes, he made some plays, and I think Drake May is a phenomenal quarterback. Don't get me wrong. He is the 2nd best quarterback in the league based on the numbers. He could have been MVP. But what I'm saying is this is now the 4th game in a row they're going to face a top defense. He could go off. Like Warren was saying earlier, the coaching staff may have a great plan for him. Josh Daniels, he's been there before 9 times. He could go off, but in my opinion, I just think, and based on what we've seen the last 3 weeks, I don't see him going off. That doesn't mean they can't win the game and win a close game, but that's why I feel the way I feel.
I say if you telling me Drake May is throwing for 3 touchdowns, that means that Seattle's up by 20 points. I don't want Drake May to throw. I want him to win on his legs. Remember that narrative I always said? He threw for 450 yards. I said, how much was he down in the game to throw for 450 yards? So to say, he's going to throw for 3 or 4 touchdowns. If you told me he's throwing for 3 or 4 touchdowns, I'm picking Seattle to win. Because that means he's trying to get back in the game. This is not Madden.
Yeah, I'm
This is
gonna
real
go back to
football. This is life.
what you said a minute ago, Juan. I'm gonna
Yeah.
go back to what you said a minute ago. When you said the pace of the game for both of these guys, I mean, both of these teams are slow. I agree with that. They like to eat up a lot of the play clock before they snap the ball, but I think the explosive plays that Seattle will cause them to have shorter fields because they might eat up a lot of the clock, but they make a lot of explosive plays. So that's why I say I believe Seattle wins this game by 14 points because I think they're going to go up by 2 touchdowns. I think they're going to go up by 2 touchdowns because of the explosive plays. Jackson, with Jackson being as explosive as he is, he's gonna catch at least 2 passes 40 yards plus. At least 2.
In the late,
he's gonna catch at least 2 in this game.
It may not be early. He'll do it later too. Yeah. I agree.
And here's another thing too. Seattle, I believe, and you guys could look this up. I believe Seattle is not giving a 100-yard rusher all year in a game. I'm not giving
28. No, 28 games. No, 28 games in a row they haven't.
Yeah, and the Patriots have a good running back. Henderson and Stevenson, they're both good. Henderson, the rookie, I think he had a great year, and he wasn't even the starter for like the first 5 games or something like that. But
just wait for my props with him.
Seattle plays well against the run. You know what I'm saying? So you got that goes into the equation as well. So it's not me being a hater and me being a homer, right? As a fan, right? It's just me, telling you what it's been,
Okay. Yeah, of course. Ain't nothing wrong with that.
How many times has May been sacked?
Salute, Gabe. I saw you, G5. Salute. And my man Nick Tripp, man. Go Hawks, bro. Are you going to be at the game? Let me see if he's at, because he be going to the games.
Oh, really? Damn.
Yeah, he's in Seattle.
He can give us a report on what he's seen this weekend.
The Seahawks bar.
He should be able to give us a report of what he's seen this weekend.
If he's at the game, I don't know if he's going.
No. If he's there.
Yeah, that's what I'm asking. I'll see if he responds. But so that's another reason. The defense against the run has been phenomenal this year.
So has the Pats too. Well, Milton Williams, when he's out of the lineup, the opposing team averages almost 6 yards a carry. When he's in, it's 3 yards. That is the biggest discrepancy of any player in the NFL when he plays or not.
Yeah. Well, Seattle has been reluctant to the pass as well. Listen, that game against the Bucks, where was the defense? Like that was probably Baker's best game the whole year. He lit us up that game. And then the first Rams game, the second Rams game, that the game where we won in overtime.
Thursday night.
Nakua had like 3 touchdowns. So I mean it can happen. It's possible. But
Tommy, lighting up somebody doesn't consider a win. To me, that is. I always said that. That's my stance on football is that when you can end the game 170, 1 touchdown, 2 rushing touchdowns, I'll take that any day from four touchdowns and 350 yards. I would take the other one. Football doesn't work like that. It just doesn't.
If I'm a Patriot fan, I got to be worried. How many times has May been sacked this postseason? 15 times. Damn, 15 times.
Yeah.
15 times in 3 games is a lot.
Their line has not been good at all. Their line has not been good.
And you got 2 guys on the defensive line for Seattle that were traded or signed that came from teams that weren't close to Super Bowl. You got Lawrence from the Cowboys, right? I mean, he's going to be beasting in this game. Mm-hmm. And then Leonard Williams, who's played phenomenal, since we traded for him from the Giants. So, I mean, listen, we're not playing a game. We can only say what we feel is going to happen, But I mean, I really feel that I'm going to be celebrating another Super Bowl. I really feel that way.
Good for you. Good for you.
Sunday night, that's what I feel, right? But I'm not playing the game. I don't make the calls. You know what I'm saying? So let's see what's up.
It must feel good.
This is your fourth Super Bowl, right, Tom?
Fourth Super Bowl, yeah.
Fourth Super Bowl.
Oh, so cute. It's so cute.
Let me ask you guys a question, because this one kind of noticed, like, you got 2 good defenses, and now Seattle's favorite 4.5, but the over-under is 45.
Yes, I like.
What is Vegas telling us? 45 is a lot.
45. Yeah, it seems like a lot. It started at 4. No, it started at 46, and it went down. It
seems 46. Like based on the spread, they're saying that Seattle wins what 26-21 or 25-21 or something.
Yeah,
like that?
it's went down. So when it hit the market, someone hit it big for money to make it go down that point. So someone saw like, nah, that's too much, and
Yeah.
they keep hitting it too, but it hasn't moved. Let me see what the public is thinking on this one.
Because I think that's pretty high for two good defensive teams.
I think so too. And the pace of play, what I mentioned before, that pace thing. I used to win money. I used to bank money on time of possession bets, you know. And then they started taking off the websites because people were hacking. They knew what we were doing, and that time of possession goes a big time with the over and under. Why am I in soccer?
Fascinating.
Any
Christopher
other keys?
Walken.
Any other keys and facts you guys want to bring up about this game tomorrow?
I think D. Free brought up special teams. I mean, the special teams for Seattle has been huge.
Huge.
Yeah. Or the special teams in Seattle has been huge, or the Rams special teams have just been the worst.
Well, that's why. That's a big reason they're not playing tomorrow.
There you go.
Yeah,
That's what I'm
because those
saying.
2 games. Yeah, remember Seattle had the Rams had the big lead, right, in the night game,
Yeah.
and the punt return kind of got Seattle back in the game, and then well, not actually, that was against the Niners. The kick return to open the game was against the 49ers.
Yeah, but then still, the Rams the last 2 games against Seattle, they fucked up on special teams. But they fired the coach that first time, remember?
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
So the public is picking the over 71%.
Wow. Interesting.
Right.
Sometimes the public is, a lot of times the public is wrong.
Oh, you think?
Yeah,
I'm fucking you, basically.
The under is the play.
I think the under. But you know how, and Tommy, you know how Super Bowls always start. How they always start.
Something crazy.
Fill out or safety. That's one of my props. First score safety.
Well, when Seattle won the Super Bowl, their only Super Bowl,
that was
the first play was a safety.
Yes, sir.
Crazy.
Does Seattle play?
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Go ahead. It was just a question.
No,
Seattle's field. Seattle's field is grass.
No,
or
it's
turf.
It's like turf.
No, it's field turf.
It's like turf. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
I think most of the teams, most of the league.
No, but Santa Clara is grass.
Santa Clara's grass. So I wonder if that's going to nullify some of that speed, and not nullify, but make it different,
Good, it can,
The Patriots, they play on turf, right? It's not grass.
Turf.
Field turf. So 2 teams playing on natural grass could be a little,
slow down the first quarter. The first quarter is always. When's the last time we saw a shootout in the first quarter?
It's true. Hey, you know what? I forgot to bring this up, and I'm glad this guy made the comment. Stock chasers. Patriots defense can change the outlook of this game tomorrow. What I wanted to bring up was the ghost, Sam Darnold.
Yeah, I see.
Ghost was against the Patriots.
I'll be wearing a Sam Darnold jet jersey tomorrow. Even though I'm going for the Pats to cover,
what do you think? Like if the Patriots get to him early, right? Does that mess up his mentals?
Yo, like I said, he has the oblique too. No. You don't know that first hit could. You don't know. And then we got Milroe coming in.
No, I think Milroe would be the third guy.
Who's the second guy?
The other guy is
Locke.
the guy who's Locke. Yeah,
Locke.
Oh, I don't know. Oh, dang.
I like Locke.
Locke is not a bum.
Locke is not a bum.
No.
He beat the Eagles a couple years ago on Monday night.
Yeah.
And I think he beat the Eagles last year with the Giants.
Listen. There's something going to happen that we're not going to predict, of course. There's going to be a fluky thing. There's something that's going to go viral crazy. Or a call, or, what I'm saying? This is going to be, it never goes perfect. No NFL game was perfect, but on the biggest stage, something fluky is going to happen. You're going to see a meme, 20 memes after tonight, at 10 o'clock tomorrow. Now, earlier when we started the show, we talked about good coaches making strange decisions.
Out of the 2 head coaches, Vrabel and McDonald, who, if you had to bet, would make the decision that make you scratch your head?
I think McDonald's safe. I think it would be Vrabel, because Vrabel would do a fourth. He would go for fourth down in his territory. He would go for fourth down in his territory for sure. Before McDonald.
I'm gonna tell you something about McDonald that I seen him do this year in a game that we were winning big. I think it was against the Texans. He did that freaking wide receiver pass We were up by like 2 scores, and that kind of get the Texans back. Yeah, he did. I mean, I don't know. He don't make the calls, right? That's Kubiak makes the offensive calls, but they did like a receiver pass, and they were rolling. Like Donald was playing well, and they were running the ball well. And I think it was against the Texans, and they did. And Kupp threw an interception in the end zone. So
that's a Kupp play too.
Yeah. But
I think it would be Vrabel though.
Yeah, I think I would lean towards Vrabel.
Yeah, because he's the machismo guy. You know, McDonald's more stern and laid back. Vrabel's he's just even Edelman says he's just a recluse, crazy guy. Yeah, you know, he will go for 4th down in his territory for sure.
I wanted to go back real quick. You said you asked about a surprising moment this year as well, because we already pretty much talked about the Super Bowl. But another surprising moment that happened this year that I didn't expect to happen was Mike Tomlin stepping down after they won. After they won a playoff game and then they lost in the playoffs, and he was like, "I'm gonna go ahead and walk away." Now, I believe he might have been forced out. I don't think he actually walked away on his own. Yeah, but I wasn't expecting that.
You know, the Steelers organization. My family's from Pittsburgh, but I take pride in them. They don't do these things like other teams. You could compare like the Bills owner the other day on the press conference. He looks like a fool. How did this guy be a billionaire? You know what I'm saying? But with the Steelers organization, they do it with class. I mean, they that's how they are. And Tom, they probably had a discussion, and they said, Mike, what do you want to do? They probably gave him this. And Tom is like, you know what? If you asking me this question, I'm going to leave. You know, that franchise is honorable. And I think McCarthy is a good fit for them for like 5 years, you know? They may not do the 20-year thing anymore because it's impossible to do. But I think McCarthy fits that, and they may be A-Rod back just because of McCarthy. You know?
Now, what I will say about the Steelers only had 3 head coaches in the last 50 years.
Yes,
they only had 3 head coaches.
Amazing.
They don't get rid of head coaches like that. They get somebody and they stick with them. Through the bad times, through the good times, they stick with them. So I mean, maybe McCarthy is somebody that they was looking at and they was hoping he come free. And now that he's free, they're like, okay, Mike Tomlin, it's time to move on from you, and we're going to go with somebody a little bit younger.
I disagree with that. We mean Tomlin's younger than McCarthy, but I don't think that was the case. I didn't think when Tomlin left, they had no clue who they're going to get. To be honest with you, I just think that it's a different era now, so I don't think they're suspecting people to be there 20 years anymore. It's impossible, you know, unless it's a McVay. You understand? Like if McVay was on the market, they would have scooped him up in 2 seconds. But the Pittsburgh culture has to change. You know, they were always the first minority, for minorities to get do the Rooney Rule. It's called Rooney Rule for a reason, you know?
I think, Al Davis was doing that before it was cool.
Oh, yeah, of course. But Rooney, both of them, you know. But Al Davis will hire a coach if he can run the 40. So don't, whatever. but I think now
he stepped away, but I don't think it was his choice to step away. I think Mike Tomlin was forced out.
I don't think. They forced him out in a proper way. I would say. I don't think they would just say you got to go. They say, listen, what do you want to do? And when they bring you into your boss, any of our bosses bring us to a room and say, what do you guys want to do? And the way they're saying that, you're gonna be like, I'm out. Just saying that. As a respectful man, you're gonna say I'm out. Yeah. That's it. And it's time for him to go. And this guy's done a million things. Even though he has accomplished tons of stuff. So where he came from, his legacy is set. So it is what it is. I just think McCarthy is just a bridge for a younger guy.
He won a Super Bowl his second year as a head coach. I mean, he cool.
And went to another one too. So,
I wonder where he goes next. He's got to wait a year though, right?
I don't honestly, to be honest with you, I don't think he's gonna come back.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, I don't. Because I think he comes back because Tomlin. We always talk about the Tomlin guy. He's a rah guy. He's not an X's and O guy. Guys like that come back, they get exposed. Because now the kids are younger. These are not Jerry Porters or Hines Wards in the locker room anymore, or Jerome Bettis's. So a guy like that doesn't work for the youth anymore.
Mhm.
You know, they make so much money now. You know, everybody's looking for a Cardi B, and it just doesn't work. So I think he's settled in, and he's gonna be on TV or just be a motivational guy. He's, you know, that's Tomlin. He's a legend.
Yo, BVO said you talk like your wife.
I was raised with Italian. We went through this last year about where I was raised, bro. Come on, man. We went through this already. God.
BVO's a ball buster, bro.
Yeah, but we went. He doesn't remember this whole. He said the same thing 2 years ago. God, we went through this last time. I was raised with Italians in the Bronx, bro.
Yeah. LD
Sock sounds white. Why doesn't nobody say that about Sock? He sounds white as fuck for Dominican. Nobody says nothing about him.
I mean,
that's a very good.
Do you know how disappointed my father would be that he spent 12 years of Catholic education on me?
There you go. So, but nobody.
I mean, for me to sound like BBO, I mean, what the fuck?
Yeah, I'm a dropout of high school, and I sound like this. He went 12 years in school.
You know, BBO's gonna pull up now. You
yeah. We went through this 2 years ago.
That's no smoke.
2 years ago.
BBO told you to get some garlic bread.
I just made that yesterday. He wish he could. He wish he could have authentic Italian food. Like where's he at? Ohio?
Yeah, Cleveland.
Oh, he's eating fucking the Skyline chili shit. That garbage.
Garbage.
You see what I'm talking? You know what I'm talking about? The beans and chili and the spaghetti.
Oh my God, man!
He's miserable. He's miserable.
Crush, man.
Why does he always do this? Why does he always do this? Anyway, let's talk about the props or something, bro. I can't do with this guy. Gives me a heart attack.
Pull up. He said, I'm not. Sock, you can read that. I'm not even saying that out loud.
I can't read it.
I can't. It's too small. I'm on the phone. It's hard.
It's too small today, yo.
He's not saying you're Dominican, Sock. He's saying you're something else.
Haitian. He's not Haitian. This guy's the opposite of Haitian.
Hey.
There's no voodoo doll.
I mean, is that supposed? I mean, BBO's a racist. Is that supposed to be? Is that supposed to be offensive?
That's another thing. Can I say something?
Right? Is that supposed to be offensive?
And nobody says anything.
No, BVO's been checked before. Trust me. We had fighters come up in here and check BVO and said.
Oh, you did? Seriously?
I think there was a fighter that checked BVO too. Jaleel Hackett, right?
Serious?
Yeah, but it was.
Jaleel Hackett went awful.
Yeah, Jaleel Hackett told me the same thing.
Really? You gotta play that.
Tell him to come on air if he wants to talk all this shit, bro.
He might be busy. He might be on the road.
Oh, he's not busy? That's called busy? Cancel comments? He always doesn't do I don't see him busy to me.
He said that he can't be racist.
Because why? Let's see why. Because I'm Puerto Rican. I can't be racist either. Anyways,
I don't know what else. What else is there?
On the prop bets? On the prop bets, who is to score the first touchdown? An individual.
Who's the favorite?
Yeah,
the favorite to score the first touchdown. It's gonna.
Give me the top three.
Top three. I got you right. Favorite is touchdown scorers. We got top three is Kenneth Walker, which I hate that bet because this is why my first this brings into my first touchdown bet is George Holani. I think he's going to play the Charbonnet role at the goal line because, as you know, Tommy, Walker gets down there 40 yards, 60 yards, right? And what they do? Take him out. Charbonnet, but it's no Charbonnet, so we got Mr. George Holani. Is my big bet.
The tush push with AJ Barner.
Oh yeah, and Barner's a great one too. Yes, those are. So it's Walker. The top is Walker, JSN, and Stevenson. Those are the top three. Yeah. But if you want to make some money, you put a Holani first touchdown. You parlay with a Seattle win.
Here's another player prop bet the CBS is picking. They're saying Drake May over under 37.5 rushing yards for the game.
Yeah, it was baked up because it opened at 32, so it's baked up it's baked up.
Wow, but that's five yards. 5.5.
Since opening was that. And
I would say he probably will get right around 35, 36 rushing yards because Drake May likes to run the ball when the plays break down. He looks for his receiver, but Seattle have good corners, so I think it's going to be times where he's going to run the ball.
Yeah, they have design runs for him too. They have design.
Yeah.
And plus that offensive line has been.
I think if you're going to take a Drake May rushing prop, it's under 6.5. Because I think if he gets to that 30, under 6.5 attempts.
Okay.
Because I think if he gets to the 30, I think when a quarterback does run like a guy like May, he'll get 15-yard chunks. You know, it's not like he ran for 3 and then he ran for 10 and then he ran for 15. They get chunks when they run. Running backs. Quarterbacks. So I would take, if you're going to do a rushing prop, which is the same as the over, same minus 110, I'll take the under on the rushing attempts. The only thing is if the Patriots win and they kneel down, that's considered a rushing attempt.
Wow. I didn't know they count. That's crazy.
So you would do under rushing, but Seattle win.
See, there's another prop bet. What do you guys think about this? Under 50.5 rushing yards for Ramondre Stevenson.
The only reason I like that, I think actually Henderson will show up this game. I think Henderson's the starter. Henderson. No, it's been Ramondre the whole playoffs.
Oh wow. Okay. So the other prop bet is Henderson over 5.5 carries.
Yeah, I think I have a prop for him 2 touchdowns.
Yeah.
And then for $10, 2 touchdowns. Henderson, you win $500.
Wow.
Yeah, Henderson. He's going to get somewhere around 7 or 8 carries. He's going to get somewhere around 7 or 8 carries.
That's easy. That's 6 carries for the game.
They've been hiding him. I think that's the thing that nobody wants to touch that bet because they haven't seen him all playoffs. But this guy in the regular season was killing it.
Yeah.
And Ramondre, not for nothing, has a fumbling problem still.
Yeah.
So Henderson's been a secret weapon. I think this is something I've been on all of his overs, and the 2 touchdowns is my favorite one. So my biggest prop is.
And they took.
Yeah.
What I was going to say about Stevenson, what they tend to use Stevenson for like short yardage downs. Like if they need to get a first down, they will bring Stevenson in. They need to get a touchdown on the 1-yard line, they'll bring Stevenson in. But for the most part, Henderson has been in the starting lineup, and he would catch the ball out of the backfield. So they
but I think he only had like 3. He only had 15% of the snaps, I think, last game against Broncos. I don't think he had a lot of snaps. So I just think they've been saving him. And my prop is, this is my biggest prop, which you could just put $1. It's Henderson 2 touchdowns, Helani first touchdown. $1 gets you $697.
Wow. Okay, I got a comment in the chat. Vamos Gatos. He says he's got Elijah Arroyo with 1 touchdown.
That's a sleeper. Yeah, because everybody's on Barner. So that's a good pivot.
Arroyo's nice, man. I was happy when they drafted him.
For Miami.
Yeah.
I would say Elijah might be the one to get the first touchdown.
Probably, yeah. You want me to see what he's at with that one? Let's see. He's that's a sleeper because everybody's on Barner. Barner's plus 240, which is very, it's not that value in that.
Yeah.
I don't Arroyo, this guy Arroyo, I can't even see him. I don't think he's on the board. Oh, he's plus 1,000.
Let me read
He's
this
a plus
comment
1,000.
real quick. Vamos Gatos also says, I think the game comes down to who can play mistake-free football and who has the better defense will win the game. I agree with that. I mean that's an obvious statement, but I mean Darnold and the Patriots, the ghosts, man. That's still going to be
anybody that was a former Jet has something on them still, especially Adam Gase stigma.
Okay, what other? Here's another prop bet I see here. Kenneth Walker over 22.5 receiving yards.
Yeah, I love that bet. So the thing about that bet, which is one of my props, is that Milton Williams is going to stop him. He's going to get the under, Kenneth Walker, under 73. So he's going to make up the other yards from receiving. He's an underrated pass catcher.
Yeah.
I think he's better when he gets in space as a pass catcher. I think he's electric.
Yeah.
I think so. I think they negate the rushing, so you pick under 73, and then you pick over 21 as a parlay, and then maybe a Seattle win, or you could do both. You could do hedge your bet with the Patriots win. You can hedge. There's nothing wrong with hedging. That's another thing about betting people don't get. They stick to one thing and think that this and that. Sometimes you need to hedge.
Mm-hmm.
I had a soccer game. I have the Patriots winning and the Seahawks winning with a soccer game from last week.
They also like Jackson Smith-Njigba anytime touchdown.
My bet with the Njigba is under 19 receiving yards in the first quarter. That's my pick with him.
What is the difference? I'm sorry, just terming out the difference between hedging and teasing.
No, teasing is teasing up. Like, so teasing is basically Seattle's negative 4.5, right? In the spread, right? You could tease it up or down. So you could tease it down plus 1.5 as the underdogs, or you could tease it up to plus a negative 8.5. You could tease up and down.
Yeah.
Hedging is just protecting your investment in betting. So you could do these parlays, but put the Patriots to win, and you could do the same parlay, but put the Seahawks to win. So you may not win the max money, but you're not going to lose your investment.
Basically, let me explain it a little better.
Tommy explains it better.
Hedging is easier because let's say you took the Seahawks before the season started, and you put them at 60-1, and you put 100. So that's going to get you what, 6,000, right? So if the Seahawks win, you get 6,000. Then you throw $1,000 on the Patriots to win straight up tomorrow. So you
get at least 3,000.
If the Seahawks lose, you're going to get 1,000, and they're playing almost 2-1, so you're going to get like 2,000 with the Patriots.
He's not coming home empty-handed. Basically, hedging is like that's why these hedge funds make money in this world.
You guarantee that's why the guy to win something.
Yes, that's why the guy bought the Mets. Basically, just hedging his fucking bet. His risk. No, but
you say these things with a lot of passion.
I'm old, 41 years old, Tommy. I've been through these hard. I haven't saw a championship my whole life. Many of my teams. So what do you want me to say? And I go to the Raiders because like the second team is the Raiders, and it's the same shit.
But you feel that draft? You feel that draft? It's the winds are changing, wind? Sir. The autumn wind is coming. It's coming.
It's an Arctic wind today.
It is. Whew.
I look like Tom Hoffman when I came home.
8 degrees. Ouch.
It's ridiculous. Yeah, hit me. The wind is disrespectful today.
Very.
No, we sound like dads.
It's not disrespectful outside.
We sound like dads. It's not the degrees, it's the wind.
Yeah, but the wind makes it worse, bro. This just smacks you in the face.
Yeah. I'm gonna kick a field goal in it too.
Shit. Anything turnover. Else? I mean, I think we covered pretty much a lot of the game. I don't know if you want any final thoughts.
Who's got the edge with the place kicking?
My guy.
Myers.
Myers dedicated. He won me a fantasy championship one year, so I'm always Myers. He's a former Jet too. Actually, one of the best players we had in 10 years.
He had a bad game against the Niners, like in I think the last week of the season, but he's won special teams. I think twice this year, like the week or something like that. Like
he's a great player. I mean,
I would say Myers. He's been pretty clutch with us.
Well, Seattle special teams in general,
Yeah, we got a good puncher as well.
They got a good returner though. The Pats.
That was one of the best moves they made. They traded for him.
Who? Yeah.
They traded for Shaheed.
Oh yeah, that was a great trade because Kubiak worked with him in Seattle and Saints.
Yeah, that was a big. Listen, he helped us win games this
year. Yeah, he's a threat. Even when a guy like that is on the field, he doesn't have to make a play. Just him being there. And that's another prop, him having the longest rushing attempt of the game.
Yeah, they use him as a receiver. Remember, the opening the game against the Rams, he caught that big pass to open the game.
Yeah.
Against the Rams.
Him just being on the field is a presence, That's one of those type of guys,
Seattle.
Before I go to D3, I'll just go off a little closing thoughts here. I mean, I think we're going to get a good Super Bowl. I think I really, truly feel Seattle should dominate this game. And I think I'll be celebrating at the end of tomorrow night. And if I'm not, it is what it is. It's been a great year of football, a year that I didn't expect, to be honest. I'm playing with house money, and I'm doing everything the same. I know it's kind of an excuse, or I'm trying to lay out. But I'm going with everything I've done this year. I'm doing the same. So I like to go to the bar and watch the game. We're gonna have a Super Bowl party over there and everything to watch the game. I'm not doing it. Staying home. I watch every Seahawks game. I'm doing everything the same. So I'm not changing up everything. And you know, I'm it's been a great season, and I'm hoping to celebrate the season tomorrow. Go Hawks! And this is my final score. I got the Seahawks winning 34-13 tomorrow. That's my prediction.
Okay. What you got,
BTA, huh?
What's
BTA.
D3's final score?
Belt to ass. And anybody can go next. Final thoughts.
What's everybody's final score? Mine is 24-21 Seahawks. Basic.
21-21.
Yeah,
21-20.
I got my final score. I got it 28-13 Seattle.
I'm writing these down.
27-10 Seattle.
Damn. What was Tommy? What was yours?
34-13.
13. Tommy D. Sock.
Longest field goal, 59 yards. Impressive. Is that a prop bet, or is that the longest that Myers hit this year? I thought Myers hit a 60.
Yeah, I think he hit a 60. Don't.
Yeah, I thought he hit a 60. But it could be 59. But I don't know if that's a prop bet. Maybe
Myers not usually known for his leg. He's known for reliability. You know.
For real, Kev says 21-28. Who you got? 21-28. Who? Patriots or Seahawks? And Vamos Gatos has the Patriots beating Seattle 25-21.
Nice. I like that score.
I don't like that score, Worm.
No, I just like the 25. It's such a homer. It's such a homer. You can never be a broadcaster. You can never be a broadcaster on the show on radio.
If the Patriots win the Super Bowl,
you'll be crying the whole game.
If the Patriots win the Super Bowl, this would be the most unimpressive champion since when? The Giants that run?
No, what do you mean? I think more before we go. I think the Patriots winning is more impactful for the NFL than the Seattle winning. I don't think Seattle winning does anything for the NFL, to be honest with you. But Tommy, I think the Patriots is. I hate this because I'm a Jet fan, but I think it starts off. I think it starts the whole debate of they're back again. They're back. You know what I'm saying? Like Seattle's like, okay, yeah, they won. Okay, they're not even a Legion of Boom impact. You know. So I don't think it does anything for the NFL if Seattle wins. So you got to take that in consideration too. Who does the NFL want to win?
Well, Kraft, winning a Super Bowl without Belichick, and they're not friends anymore.
Yeah.
So it's and if you're a Bills fan, you're sick, right? The Patriots are back in the Super Bowl before you.
If you're a Bills fan, you're a Jet fan. Who gives a fuck?
And Vrabel
At least they got a quarterback.
The first coach to win a Super Bowl and win a Super Bowl as a coach and a player for the same team.
And score touchdowns in the Super Bowl.
Because
they played for the winning Super Bowl team and now coach the winning Super Bowl team. Nobody's done that. He'll be the first.
No. I know Tom Flores won the Super Bowl with the Chiefs as a backup.
Oh damn! That's a fucking grab right there. Jesus Christ!
Yeah.
Wow. That I have to go to sleep for that one. Jesus.
Somebody's mad at you because you said the Giants, which was the Giants were the team, like the worst team to win the Super Bowl.
That's one of the most impactful Super Bowl wins ever.
He said nasty work. Well, that's a good debate. Who is the?
I would say, in my opinion, I would say the year that the Ravens won with Trent Dilfer. Their offense was horrible. It was all defense.
Yeah, but what was the question?
But the defense was historic.
Yeah, that's one of the greatest defense of all time, though. That's like an 85 Bears defense.
Their defense was great, but their offense was horrible.
But what is the question? The question is what? The worst team to win a Super Bowl?
Yeah, I mean, the Patriots, I don't think anyone ever said throughout the year, this is a great team. That's what I'm trying to say. And it probably sounds bitter. Like I have not really been impressed, but they have played better as the year has gone on. But you can't hide the fact that they played such a soft schedule. They haven't.
If this was Tampa Bay and they had the same team as Drake May, it would be what you're saying is right. It's just the Patriot name is carrying the Super Bowl in terms of like,
Yeah.
and that's what is carrying it. All
Yeah.
the Kraft, the Belichick didn't get to the Hall of Fame the first time. That is Vrabel was a former player. That's the coach now. He came after Gerard Mayo. They gave him 1 year, and so that is carrying the Super Bowl. You know,
But you
it's
know what?
the Patriot name.
I think it's a fair question because I think if Seattle wins, same thing. Because I mean, the better question would be: has there been a team that won a Super Bowl that had longer Super Bowl odds than any of these two teams? Because, like I said, 60-1 and 80-1 odds to win a Super Bowl. Has there been a Super Bowl?
Yeah, I agree.
You know?
I just think that if they win tomorrow, Seattle, nobody's going to talk about them next week. But if Patriots win, they're going to keep talking about them. No, I'm just saying.
Yeah,
it's true.
I'm not saying like, yeah. I just think the Patriot name carries weight in the NFL and in media, and then the whole thing about Brady not picking a team, not picking a side. You know, it's.
I mean, but it also more storyline behind the Patriots because if Vrabel do win the Super Bowl, he will be the first person to play for a Super Bowl with a team and win a Super Bowl with the same team as a head coach. So it's more, there's a more storyline behind it. So
absolutely.
The Patriots, can I say one thing before we go? The Patriots are now what Cowboys were 30 years ago, basically.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They are America's team now, basically. You know what I'm saying? They are America's team. The boys only have old 50, 40-year-olds following them. The Patriots have young people following them and old people. You know? So I think that they hold more weight when they win. I mean, listen, I wish it wasn't that way.
I think that's a good argument. I think that's a very fair point. Marky Dan, we're about to head out of here. What do you want to say? I know you're going to come up here hating, but say
No. Much love to you, my chopped cheesy brother, Puerto Rican Frilio, Dominican Sock, Mr. Worm. Salute to you, the odds man. You know what I'm saying? I just want to quickly say though, I'm looking forward to this game tomorrow. This is going to be. I thought that the Chiefs Eagles game would be a war last year. I really think that this is probably the two best teams in the league. Like Tommy been saying the whole show, longest odds to reach the Super Bowl. I mean, but I'm gonna just say it outright, and Tommy can feel however you want to feel. I'm rooting for the Patriots to win this game. It's not even about no Seahawks hate. It's not about no hate for Tommy. I love Tommy to death, but I really want Robert Kraft to put that 7th ring on his other middle finger. I want him to have that moment where Roger Goodell, because Roger Goodell hates Robert Kraft. I want Roger Goodell to hand him that trophy. I want him to have to shake that man's hand, enjoy all the booze of having while he's congratulating the Patriots. Then I want Robert Kraft to get on that mic and say, I said after the 5th Super Bowl that was the unequivocally sweetest, but no, this is the unequivocally sweetest. After all the crap they talked about my boy, after Belichick and Brady left, they said, man, Robert Kraft needs to shut up. Oh, Robert Kraft's a racist. Why would he hire that black head coach for 1 year? Robert Kraft don't know how to build a team. Man, I want him to drag his nuts on all these boys. So I'm going with Patriots 23-20. They got the young quarterback, Drake May, 2nd-year boy. Stephon Diggs, you know what I'm saying? Stephon Diggs had his own storyline. Everybody said he was a diva, a team destroyer, a locker room destroyer. Now he gets to drag his nuts on Josh Allen after all that crap Josh Allen talked about him. But then on the other side, I wouldn't be mad if the Seahawks won. You know what I'm saying? Oh my God, his name Sam Darnold. Excuse me, Sam Darnold. People talk a lot of crap about Sam Darnold. But what's those famous words by Bill Parcells? Ain't nobody tell you can't do it because you did it. Everybody's saying Sam Darnold don't got the nuts to win this game. Well, let him go out and win that game tomorrow, man. He's going to be immortal forever. You know what I'm saying? And he might even get an extension after this game. But I'm going Pats. I'm going Patriots 23-20. And yeah, shout out to Bad Bunny. I think we got like 3 Puerto Ricans on this panel, 1 Virgin Islander. The man was born just like 90 miles away from me, less than half an hour. So I got a lot of love for Bad Bunny. Puerto Rico. And that's all I got, Tommy. You can go ahead.
All right, one last final thing before we get out of here. We didn't do it. Let's do one final thing. MVP, NFC, Super Bowl MVP. Pick one.
Oh,
Say that again.
Super Bowl MVP. Who's
I'm gonna go.
winning Super Bowl MVP? Anybody want to go first? I'll go first.
Drake May.
Okay, you go with Drake May.
I'm gonna go with the easy one, Sam Darnold.
Tommy, who was the linebacker for the Seahawks? Witherspoon?
Griffin, Ernest Griffin, the fourth or fifth.
No, Witherspoon's a linebacker, no?
No, he's cornerback. He's defensive back.
Yeah, he's a cornerback.
I feel like some defensive guy's gonna win this.
Well, I'm picking DeMarcus Lawrence.
Yeah, I'll go with him.
Almost said he got the Patriots kicker.
I'm gonna pick
Ernest
Jackson.
Jones. I'm sorry.
I
I
think
don't know why I said Ernest Griffin. My fault, D3. Ernest Jones. He actually led the team in interceptions.
Yeah, I like that. That's like that guy who won the MVP.
You know who I got, Tommy? Stephon Diggs. I think Stephon Diggs will win the.
I'm gonna go with Jackson. I think Jackson is going to have over 150 yards receiving.
Ninja Ball.
Tommy, when the Seahawks won against the Broncos, linebacker won, right?
Malcolm Smith.
Yeah, so I'll go with Jones.
Ernest Jones. That's not a bad pick. Sock, you went with Darnold.
I'm going with Sam Darnold.
Marcus Lawrence. You know, he came from the Cowboys. He wanted to play in the Super Bowl, and he's in the Super Bowl. I think he's going to get like 3 sacks tomorrow.
Nice.
3 sacks and a forced fumble.
We do a Reggie White MVP.
Yeah. So
Sam Darnold will be Egon Spangler tomorrow. He's going to the Ghostbuster. and Robert Kraft will not have a happy ending tomorrow.
Robert Kraft,
Rick
Moranis.
He's a billionaire.
Yeah, well, Marky Dan, you can go and console Robert Kraft since you gave a nice speech about Robert Kraft.
They must go to the same massage place. That's how inspired he was.
Cheating ass motherfuckers. Cheating ass Patriots. Fuck the Patriots.
Unequivocally the Switch.
He said he's gonna go rub him out.
Boy.
Cheaters. Fuck Bill Belichick. I'm so happy he didn't get in. Fuck him. Cheating ass.
Hey,
salute to Bill Podium. True hater. True hater.
Before I get out of here, I gotta say I will feel bad if I didn't say it. I gotta say rest in peace to Sonny Jurgensen, 91 years old. He was a great man.
I worked with his nephew for years. He always used to bring me like memorabilia from him. I'll bring it next time on the show. Yeah. So John Jurgensen, he was like, I didn't believe him at first. He's like, yeah, Sonny Jurgensen. And then rest in peace, John Jurgensen too. He used to bring me all like little memorabilia from Sonny Jurgensen. So that did hit me yesterday when I saw it.
All right. Well, hopefully Seattle wins so we could do a recap. If they don't win, I guess I'll see you in preseason next year.
Such a baby. Such a homer, bro.
Hey,
I never seen a homer.
You ain't gonna show up for the draft show? We're doing the draft show.
We'll do the draft. I'll be at the draft show. We'll do the draft show. Yeah.
Jesus.
Yeah, but if we lose, I ain't doing no recap. I'm just telling
you.
What
a baby.
You do the recap, D3.
D3, do it. Just do it.
My channel too. You stream it to my channel, but I will not show up. And we'll invite Warren.
I would do a recap.
I'll wear a Seattle jersey and act like you. I'll wear a Seattle jersey and act like you.
Yeah, you do that. Anyway, guys.
I put a style clown face on.
Anyway, guys, I'm going to sign off. You guys, I appreciate you guys coming up. This was a great conversation. Hopefully the Super Bowl is a great one for everybody, including yours truly. And we'll catch you guys. Hopefully we'll be doing a recap either tomorrow or Monday. All right?
All right, guys. Good luck, everybody.
Have a good night.
Peace. Good night.